Hey everybody, welcome to the Wrestling Junkies podcast. I'm Taco Tully, and I'm joined by my best friend Jonathan Van Francis. Johnny, what's going on, man?
I'm gonna have to let you go. Sorry, I thought I'm scheduled for a podcast. I forgot about it. I will. Hey, you too, buddy. Hey,
We do this
all
every
right.
week.
Hey, good luck. No, good luck to you. All right, friend. Hey, how we doing? How we doing?
It's good to see you. It's me. It's Tully.
Yeah, yeah. You know what they call Tully down in Mexico?
No,
A shot of bourbon.
okay. How
How are
unlucky
you
today?
today?
I'm good. I'm good. It's a good weekend. St. Patty's Day with Chris, Calvin, Cool Chris, Todd, Junior, Ray Ray. They all say what's up.
That's good. Tell them I said hey.
Yeah. Also, tell the podcast dad that the podcast mom was supposed to hang out with Mr. Cincinnati over the weekend, and that didn't
Hey,
happen.
whoa, hey,
So
hey, hey, whoa! I don't get into
what?
marital affairs. That's. I don't do that.
All I'm saying is that she could have given her brother a call back. That's all. Anyway, welcome to the Wrestling Junkies
I bet you
podcast,
he's
guys.
glad he didn't. Oh, sorry. How about that?
Well, it's fine. That's fine. I got to take Big Gold out for the weekend.
Oh, it's right there.
No, it's right there.
You took this out? Did the podcast dad know you took that
I
out?
took that. I took that one out. I took that one out. It's the same thing.
It is most certainly not. But hey, we're here today. Go buy some merch. You know, a hoodie, a hat,
A
a
mug.
mug, a mug, a
We
T-shirt.
should get the
You
guys to
know,
do shot glasses.
relax. And
What?
one of those things that Mr. Cincinnati likes to wear. I think it's called a tank top. Is that what we call
Yeah,
it? A
yeah.
tank top. Yes.
Especially this time of year. Spring's around the corner. Pool season's around the corner.
It's
You ready
42
for pool
degrees
season?
outside, man.
No, it's a brisk 52.
Oh, sorry. Am I ready
There's a
for
difference.
pool season? Sorry. This is my fifth one. Yes, Johnny's always ready for pool season.
Anyway, guys, welcome to the Wrestling Junkies podcast. Make sure to hit that QR code in the top left corner. Like, share, subscribe. Help us to get those subscriber counts up on YouTube. I think we're at 216 right now, and I think that a lot of that has to do with us. I mean, come on. Where else are you going to find best friends like us that do this every week?
Wait,
No, I can't.
who?
What? Us.
Who?
Us.
Are you talking about the podcast dad and Mr. Cincinnati? They are good
No,
friends. Yes, they
I'm
are.
talking about you and me.
We are colleagues, sir.
That's a little hurtful. A little hurtful.
Contractually obligated colleagues.
Well, damn. Tell me how you really feel.
That I did. I just
That, that actually just really kind of hurts my feelings. Anyway, you want to talk some Monday Night Raw? Since we're
I
right for the
do.
money?
I do. I want to talk about one thing and one thing only.
Okay.
My talking point from Raw. My God, that camera shot. Can we talk about that? Can we talk about that
Those are
camera
great.
shot?
We saw some great shots with Sami Zayn going to the back, and then
That was
Austin Truth
amazing.
coming. Yeah, it's a refreshing take on WWE production these days. We've been so used to kind of the status quo during the Kevin Dunn era that now that they're actually finally trying some new stuff, it works. I mean, even when you come back from commercial breaks, just kind of the long revolving shots around the ring as they
It's awesome.
fade back in. It's badass. I mean, that it's a nice touch. The things that we don't necessarily realize and that we definitely take for granted when it comes to watching a wrestling show, and it just I like that they're trying something new.
Are you a movie guy, Taco? Do you
I
like
am a movie
movies?
guy. I do.
Do you
Not as
do you
much as
know
I
what
love
that?
tacos, but I love
Okay,
movies.
shut your mouth. Do you remember what that reminded you of? That camera shot there?
It reminds me of something I saw in Bali with DJ JJ Frankie JJ, but that's a story for another time. Anyway,
No. Hey, you tell DJ JJ. I'll be with him soon.
say it
No, it
with me.
reminded
DJ
me
JJ Frankie JJ. Is
of
that hard?
the kitchen scene from Goodfellas. Do you remember that scene where they go through the kitchen and everything? That's what it reminded me of. It was really cool to see kind of that backstage segment of it, and then the cut to the next people. Like, that was awesome. I thought it was fantastic. I think that's something brand new. It's different. I love it. I cannot wait to see what else they play with as far as production. Like, that's really really cool. I that for me was the highlight of the night because I just thought that was such a cool thing that they did.
I mean, it's definitely a nice touch. I mean, night. We saw so many great things with Jimmy and Jay kicking it off, coming face to face since it was first made official that they will be taking each other on at WrestleMania 40. This was a very from the heart, just drenched in that family strife kind of story, and Jimmy essentially trying to take credit for what Jay is experiencing and going through right now and the success he's had, even though Jimmy was the first one to leave the bloodline. That plot point, got a little bit muddied, but overall, I liked what they did here.
Yeah, you want to talk about a family feud, am I right?
Yeah, Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
Well, Richard Karn. Yeah, what? Yeah. They're both great family
feud.
Louis Anderson.
There you go.
There's a bunch of them.
There you go. No, that was a good segment. I like the serious tone. The solo interference was fine. I thought
we were just naming game shows. $64,000 pyramid.
I think it was just called the pyramid, but that's fine.
Well, then where's the 64 come from?
That's a different podcast. That's a different podcast.
You're the game show. Okay.
I am the game show host. Don't you ever forget it. Yes, I didn't love the solo kind of interference. I kind of want this to be just a storyline between the two, and we saw the Rikishi sign, and they put the camera on it. They didn't shy away from it. They knew exactly what they were doing, and I think that's going to play a part. I could see him being maybe like a special guest ref, a special enforcer, something like that. I could see him playing a role in this match moving forward. Great segment. I'm excited for this match. I think it will be better than the Jeff and Matt match that they said. They didn't say Hardy, but they did say Jeff and Matt.
They did.
They said Owen and Bret Hart, but they didn't say the Hardys. Speaking of Matt, he was there.
Yeah. He and Reby were in the box up there that night. I mean, is that a sign in your mind of something to come here? I think his contract might be coming due in the next few months. Jeff has likely had some injury time added for the personal issues that he had during most of that AEW run. But is this the beginning of the return of Matt Hardy to WWE?
God, I hope not.
You don't want to see a little V1?
Nope.
You don't want a broken one, a woken one?
Nope. Put him in the Hall of Fame, and that's good. It's they're what's the famous saying? Father Time does no jobs. So, I think I think that we're at that point with the Hardys where maybe they can have one final little run, but I don't need anything crazy out of those two. Don't tarnish that legacy.
Well, the tag team division was on display. We had a bunch of qualifying matches for the WrestleMania six-pack ladder match coming up. We don't know if it's night 1 or night 2 yet. But let's talk about DIY and the Creed brothers. That was just a spectacular match. I mean, I think that should be on everybody's TV match of the year list. The sheer, just freakish strength of Julius Creed. I mean, sitting suplex.
I don't know how long he can do that, but man, that is.
I mean, let him do it as long as he can. I mean, not only that, but I also have to give him kudos because he had Ciampa ankle lock, thought he could get the one-arm power bomb, and corrected just the way that he needed to in order to protect Johnny Gargano. That's a special tag team right there, plain and simple. It stinks that they're not in this ladder match at WrestleMania, but DIY, 10 years in WWE, and then this is their first WrestleMania. Creeds will have plenty of time to get to that show, so I'm not necessarily bent out of shape about it or anything like that. But this was a fantastic match to bring them back to prominence, relevancy. I don't know, one of those two words.
Or as Michael Cole would say, DYI with a big win last night. DIY, big win. They deserve it. I think that was the right choice to get on the card. It was an entertaining match. The Creeds will have their time. They're young. They're established. They're still a little raw, but they will have their time. This was the right decision. The other tag match was a crock of shit, let's be honest. But, that's...
Which one are you talking about?
You know which one I'm talking about.
I'd like to hear you say the words.
They massacred my boy Veer.
I know. I just wanted you to.
What a dumb finish and a dumb match. Was it 2 minutes? It lasted about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
That was the Awesome Truth thing was fun for a while. I'm over it. I'm over it. They jumped the shark.
Yeah, well, they're probably going to have that WrestleMania moment, so,
I don't know at this point. Do they feel like the hottest team going into that? No, they do not.
They don't.
DIY does.
I mean, I'll give you that. However, stranger things have happened.
I agree, but man, I don't think Truth's getting the pops he was, and pairing him with the Miz, I don't know if that was the best choice again, and I don't know. I've lost the luster on that part of the R-Truth storyline.
That's all right. How about New Day and Alpha Academy? New Day getting the win. I don't think anybody's really surprised there either. Veteran presence in that match.
It's a good match.
There we are. Yeah,
it's a good match. It's good to see Otis get a little bit of shine. I did like that. But yeah, the New Day getting the win again, as expected. Should be in it. They've more than paid their dues. They should as one of the favorites, I think, in this match. They haven't had a tag team title run in a very long time.
Very true.
If they split the titles, wouldn't be mad if they carried those Raw Tag Team Championships for a little while.
Yeah, why not? Still miss Big E, though. We're just putting that out there.
We all do. But let Big E come back on his own time.
Yep.
You do your thing, Big E Langston.
Master of the 5 count. Anyway, so we had a contract signing for
Bundy. What a guy.
Al Bundy. Decent guy. Not really.
Nah. No, that guy was a little problematic if you look back at it now.
Yeah, extremely, I think, is the word that we're looking for.
Well, that's Team Extreme. See how it loops all the way back? You see how Johnny does that. Man.
That wasn't your best segue, but...
So, here, I've got a question for you, Mr. Taco. My question is, the SmackDown side of the bracket. It is LDF against the New Catch Republic. Correct?
I believe so, yeah.
And have the other two been announced? The other two qualifying? Yes they have. Because it's AOP and the Profits, and then who are the other two teams?
Let's see.
I know it was announced. It was AOP and the Profits. I know they're in a match. And then I cannot remember who the other two teams were.
That's fine. I'm gonna see if I can find them here.
This is good podcasting. Yeah. Let me tell you a story about the time I went to Jamaica. I went to Jamaica and it was a great time. Tim Horton was with me. I don't know if you guys know Tim Horton. He was a great guy. Really good coffee chain up in the States, up there in Canada. Great guy.
Provinces.
Yep. Yeah. Hey, excuse you too. One of those things that, Tim put a few away, and it was a good time. We had a bunch of pina coladas. You ever had a pina colada? I
can't find this, and I'm tired of looking at it. But yeah, I've had pina coladas
and pineapple.
Yeah,
all swirled up into a blended drink.
They're not as good as margaritas, though. Margaritas go great with tacos.
Oh, God. You and your tacos.
It's literally in my name.
Yeah,
that's my name.
I wish it wasn't.
But it is. You know what? Okay. Now you're just being mean.
I'm not being mean. I'm here. And that is what I'm here for.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, Gunther, Sami Zayn contract signing for the Intercontinental Championship. Sami with a fire in his belly that he's trying to. I don't know if this is trying to get into his head or kind of knock Gunther down a peg, but Gunther just looked insanely polished, and I mean that is a walking world champion in waiting. The way that he carries himself.
Yes, he is.
I think that we really need to have this conversation. Does Gunther lose at WrestleMania?
No, he does not. No, he does not. I don't see any reason for him to lose. Do you?
No, but...
Exactly. I see no reason for the man to lose at WrestleMania. Yeah, sure, Sami Zayn's got the story, and that's all well and good, but I don't see any reason for him to lose the title. Like,
if he does, you owe me a taco crate.
I don't know what that is. Is that from Costco? They sell a lot of things in bulk. Did you know about Costco? It's crazy.
You can probably get tacos at Costco.
Can you?
I would assume so.
I know they have good pizza. I know that.
That they do.
Like, good pizza. Good pizza.
Anyway, I mean, yeah. So I mean, Sammy with this promo, yeah, I don't know. It feels like they have something there, but
I found it. All right. The other tag match is the OC, who haven't done jack anything, but they deserve a shot to go to WrestleMania.
What did Indus Sher do to earn a trip to WrestleMania?
You shut your mouth. You shut your mouth.
What?
Answer the question. And Austin Theory. Give me Grayson Waller and Austin Theory in that match, please.
Also from King Chris.
Whoa. Hello. Hey, King, how are you? But at an affordable price for what I'm paying for that pizza, it's good pizza.
I prefer Domino's myself.
I like a good Papa John's. Don't like the guy, but the pizza.
Ever had a Bearcat pizza from Adriano's?
Of course I have.
They're just no notes. I mean, I know that I'm a taco guy, but occasionally I sneak a slice of pizza in there.
Pizza Pete, how are we doing?
No. Start over.
I don't. Johnny doesn't start over. He barrels through.
Yeah, speaking of barreling through, Cody Rhodes, in his own mind, barreled through The Rock last night in a very fiery promo, dressed in all black. No, he I think that he did a great job with it. That was a non-PG promo, and I don't know if that's kind of because of the perceived backlash that there might be for the double standard that some people think The Rock has. You can put your finger down.
Is this the end of the PG era?
I hope so. I think that they can. They don't have to. They don't have to go back to Attitude Era, just gratuitous content for the sake of gratuitous content. But I think that with the right story, that you can get a little edgier with things, and this was I think a good way to toe that line. I mean, I didn't necessarily think that anything that Cody said was terrible compared to some of the stuff that Rock has said over the last couple of weeks, certainly. So I like that. I would like to think that this is a start of some people being able to get that treatment. I don't necessarily want to go and say that everybody across the board is going to get to cut promos like this going forward, but I think that there are some people that will probably get that chance.
SDE was pretty aggressive.
What's that?
SDE was pretty aggressive.
It was technically LDS, but
whatever. It was pretty aggressive.
But it worked. It worked.
It was very aggressive.
It worked. I mean, I think.
It worked.
I think this is fine. Yeah.
Are we at the point where Roman does feel like an afterthought?
To a degree, yes. But I do think that they can rectify that this Friday if they do actually truly have a one-on-one encounter like Paul Heyman has promised. I know that they're starting to set up by Jey Uso saying, I'll be there to be backup if you need it. But I think that this would be the opportunity to rectify some of that feeling that a lot of fans are having, and a lot of commentators certainly are suggesting as we read about, Roman kind of feeling like an afterthought here. I think that's very easy for him to become that, because now we're talking about The Rock as final boss, and that's something that we've always kind of implicitly called Roman Reigns. Tribal chief and final boss. When you say them out loud, they can be two different things, and I think that's a lot. I think they're really playing into that. But I do start to think that this is, Roman might be getting overlooked here a little bit.
If he is overlooked, does that lessen the title win for Cody Rhodes? Taco Tully.
No. I mean, and I say that because how many times on this show have either you or myself or Mr. Cincinnati in the podcast dad said that finishing the story is about Cody capturing this title? It's not necessarily about the opponent.
Okay. Does the title feel like an afterthought if your final boss is The Rock? At this point, like, that kind of feels like that's what Cody's story needs to be.
I still don't necessarily think so. I mean, I like the story that they're setting up here. I think that it's safe to say that Cody and Seth lose night one, but then going into night two, Cody wins the title, Seth does not. Seth cannot win at WrestleMania.
Speaking of Seth Rollins, is his feud watered down at this point? How many times can these two cut promos on each other and still be entertaining?
I know. It's getting there. I think that Drew's still playing his part to perfection. The new WrestleMania shirt that's got the Drew,
it's a good one.
The M there, that's a nice touch for sure. I think they've established that the story is that Drew feels overlooked. Seth is trying to begin the mind games. Is he too little too late for that? Maybe, because he has spent all this time worrying about this build-up with the bloodline and basically getting himself involved in something that had nothing to do with him.
Yeah. That's the biggest point is Seth's focus is on something totally different, and he doesn't care about Drew. And again, how many times can these two cut promos on each other and still be entertaining when that's all we're seeing on the other side as well, is Cody and The Rock cutting promos on each other? See, Roman who at this point? Like
got about 18 days left.
I'm there. Like I know, but can they do that for another 3 weeks with these two? I don't know.
They're sure.
I want to see some. I want to see some physicality.
I don't think you risk it.
What's one Claymore gonna do?
They already avoided one scare. I just don't think that you run that risk.
Becky jumped off a ladder.
Okay. I have already given my thoughts on the fact that match should not be happening this close to WrestleMania, but
let's get into it.
Let's absolutely do it. I mean, for what was that was a very condensed last woman standing match. It was they got a lot of great spots in there. I had already said that Nia should have been in Becky's rear view even before the Royal Rumble and focus this build on Rhea Ripley, but this has created some. It's created some much better television than I thought that it would, as far as having this trilogy of matches with Nia Jax. And I love that when it comes to Rhea and Becky, we know that this is going to be a very hotly anticipated match at WrestleMania. This won't main event either night. That just is what it is. That's not to say that it's not a bad match. That's not me saying they don't deserve it. It's just you got 4 bigger stars that are going to occupy those spots. It just is what it is. But I think my question for you is, do they pull the trigger on a Rhea loss here?
No questions.
Really?
Okay. I asked the questions here. No.
This isn't your show. It's our show.
The answer
Sharing is caring.
The answer is no. I think Rhea retains. Not everybody's going to lose their title at WrestleMania. I think Rhea is one of those ones that will keep her title. They are... Becky doesn't feel like the one to do it, if that makes any sense. It doesn't.
Yeah.
This almost feels like a 3-week build, because these two haven't really interacted that much.
They've had one face-to-face actual promo battle, maybe 2, but even then I think those were interrupted pretty quickly by Nia.
Yeah, last night kind of, and I originally liked that storyline of Becky's got to get through all these obstacles first, but she already did. She won the chamber. That's kind of that obstacle. Again, you have another champion kind of feeling a little bit like an afterthought, and Becky's larger story.
Yeah.
I would have liked kind of more presence of Rhea Ripley, maybe putting some stipulation to the matches or something like that, and Rhea commentary or being at ringside, just more presence of Rhea Ripley, who has been your champion for how long at this point? A long time.
Yeah.
I would like more presence of Rhea Ripley on the show.
Yeah, and we've also pointed out the fact that her involvement in larger Judgment Day storyline has probably been an issue here. And now we're starting to see some cracks here because now Dominic couldn't get the job done against Ricochet, which at least leads me to believe that they're starting to build something special for him for after WrestleMania. He is one of those guys that should be pushed to the moon. Ricochet.
Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner.
How dare you?
What's he doing at Mania?
He's not going to be at Mania, I don't think. But
there you go. Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal winner.
Yeah, because that's done so much for everybody else's career that's won it.
Huh. Who's one of the guys that have won that?
Cesaro.
Yeah.
Jey Uso that one time.
Oh, thank you. Let me tighten my tie real quick. Oh, okay. All right.
I feel like you want to sound smug here, and I feel like you think you're sounding smug here, but I don't really know why.
Okay. I have proven my point. Thank you again for that. You've proven my point.
And yes, also Matt Hardy was a winner of the Battle Royal, so was the Big Show.
Matt Hardy won?
He did win one.
When was that?
Maybe Bray? It was during that weird...
Bray didn't win it. No. Matt Hardy might have won it. Man, what a time. I don't remember that at all.
That's okay.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. The whole broken Matt Hardy, I do not remember much of that.
I think you mean Woken.
That too.
Sure.
And AEW, whatever they called him there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
34.
All right. Well, if I had Google, I'd do the same thing. It's...
Did you just not get the internet, or?
WWAOL. Is that how you do it? .com?
Yeah, I guess so. Shawn Michaels somewhere typing with 2 fingers.
Mr. WrestleMania number 2. Just like Big Gold number 2 back there.
We would love to hear everybody's thoughts on this in the comments. Mr. WrestleMania, when you hear that moniker, do you think Shawn Michaels? Do you think The Undertaker? Let us know in the chats here. This is a recurring debate, and we ask all of our guests that on this show. So, yeah, we'd love to hear from you guys, our live audience right now, about that. He likes to be a dick about it, that's all. But, it's fine.
Hey, this is a family show.
Do you not?
Any closing arguments from Raw?
I wouldn't say closing arguments. Overall, a fun episode. The Last Man Standing match was great. I like that they're continuing this build with Candice LeRae as well.
That was really good.
Yeah, whether Indy joins her in this heel turn remains to be seen, but I like that they're finally finding something for her to do because she's just been kind of there since she came back.
She's much better as a heel, I think.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
It adds way more character for her.
Yeah, absolutely. So much depth. I mean, she doesn't necessarily need to do anything where she teams back up with Gargano or Austin Theory or anything like that to reunite the Way. Who knows? Maybe this is a way to also bring Dexter Lumis back to TV as well to do something with Indy. Yeah, Dexter Lumis.
Cameron Grimes?
To the moon.
Yeah. Well, he might be on the moon at this point. We don't know. We do not know. Well, no. Solid episode of Raw. Punk will be back next week. Eric's favorite wrestler, so we're excited for that. In Chicago, that'll be probably a really good show. We'll probably see an interaction between him and Drew. Be interested to see what that brings about.
I mean, if there's one thing that they've done well, it is building a story for somebody that is on the mend. And when Punk is back, that match is gonna be a house of fire.
Hopefully, in the great state of Ohio,
if we're lucky,
and one of the top 3 cities in Ohio.
Yeah, the third of the top 3, but whatever.
Well, number 1.
No.
Mm.
No.
Mm.
No. Mm. Anyway, thanks so much, guys, for enjoying this episode of the Wrestling Junkies podcast. Remember to hit that QR code in the top left corner and like, share, subscribe. Help us to run those numbers up. 216 subscribers on YouTube. Again, the goal is 1,000 by the end of the year, and we can't do it without you guys. So if you know one person that would enjoy our show, share it with them. We'll be back here tomorrow night, Wind Down Wednesday. Mr. Cincinnati and the Podcast Dad will be back. They will also be guest co-hosts on the On the Mark podcast as Mr. OTM spends the week in Vegas. Kyle, just come back in one piece.
Good luck.
Yeah,
Vegas, right? What a town. What a town. Man, a lot of stories from that. Can't tell them, though.
That's for our Patreon. Anyway, thank you guys so much. And remember, your taco vibe attracts your taco tribe. We will see you guys next week.
Bill, cut the feed.